Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had a great week. So here's my third Halloween video for 2018 and this is a skeleton hand illusion. I'm starting to really love creating hand illusions for you guys because they're quick and easy and they're perfect to add to your Halloween costume. And this is inspired by Tuto Draw on YouTube. I absolutely love their work, and by the way, if you haven't subscribed then please do and help me get to 50,000 subscribers. It would mean the absolute world to me, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. First I'm taking the LA Girl Cosmetics lip liner in reddish and I'm creating little lines first across my wrist and then across my knuckle, and I'm doing two lines beneath my knuckles. Then I'm taking the L'Oreal Paradise Kajal extatic eyeliner and I'm going to create the bones with this. The cool thing about this look is I don't use any fancy paints or anything like that, and I just use all makeup products, so this look is easy to achieve and I use products that are easily accessible. So I looked at the picture of a real skeleton on Google, and I'm just doing the arm bones coming up to all the little bones, and then I'm drawing the knuckle bones, and I do make these knuckle bones smaller later on, and you can see here I'm like adjusting the size so they don't need to be perfect, and then what I do is I color it in with this eyeliner, and this eyeliner was really good. It is super long and sharp and I didn't need to sharpen it at all. This is like the perfect eyeliner to use for SFX looks. After I fill that in, I go on with my lip liner and then I fill in all of that bit that I drew in with the lip liner. And as you can see here, I didn't fill in the whole space because I thought it would have been a bit too big if I filled in the whole space. But don't worry about that line because we are going in with the L'Oreal gel liner, and I use a Sigma eyeliner EO5 brush. This is perfect for fine line work. I do have a code Alyshia10 for 10% off Sigma, and a link down below in my description if you want to check it out. I love Sigma brushes and I always use them for my SFX looks. So what I'm doing is I'm using that gel eyeliner and I'm filling in all the gaps around the bones and around the red areas. Then what I'm doing is taking that red lip liner and I'm going around the bones to give them a bit more dimension and detail, and just so it looks like there's kind of like blood and muscle behind the bones. Now I'm taking that eyeliner EO5 Sigma brush and I'm going around the bones with the gel eyeliner. I do love this brush so much. It is the perfect size for fine detail work like this. And I'm just making sure to shade in between the bones, making them look kind of separated. If I didn't do this, it would look really fake. And when you look at a picture of a skeleton hand, you can see that they are kind of all separated but they're still stuck together. It's really strange, but yeah, this will just make it look a bit more realistic. Now I'm taking the NYX single eyeshadow in whipped cream and I'm setting all of that white eyeliner down with it. I just go over all the bones, and this is a Sigma pencil E30 brush, which is a perfect size for small blending. Now I'm taking my BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette and this black eyeshadow shade, and I set all of that black gel liner down. This will make it darker as well as take away the shine, so when you have your hand against a black background it won't reflect back too much and look more realistic. Now I'm taking the black shade again, and what I'm doing is I'm blending this onto the bones just on the right side, so all on the underneath sides of the bones. This will just give it dimension and look more 3D. If you don't do this then it will look really fake, so I just go around the edges kind of blending it out as much as I can and making it look really dimensional. Now I'm taking this dark yellow color, and as you know, bones aren't stark white, so I added some slightly yellow coloring to the bones just to make them look a bit more realistic. And then what I'm doing is I'm using the black eyeshadow. I'm kind of smudging this upwards from the red flesh, and this just gives it a bit of dimension and shadow. It took me a while to really perfect the red flesh bit and to make it look 3D and as if the knuckles were going into the red flesh, but I think I worked it out in the end. So now I'm going in with that white eyeliner and I'm doing little highlights around the bones, and you want to keep just going back and forth with adding shadow and highlights, and this will make it look more realistic and more 3D the more you add. Then I'm going in with the black gel liner and I'm just lining around that wrist area to make it look like it was separated from the bones. Now I'm going in with my NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner, and this is in the shade Vivid Fire, and I'm going around those little bones with it, and this will just make the lip liner that I had there a bit more darker, and this just adds a bit more dimension. And I don't go around the whole bone, I kind of go around like one side. This just makes it look much more realistic. Now I'm going in with my NYX White Liquid Liner, and this will make it look even better. You just add this on the top of the hand and this will give it a highlight, and this will make it look like the flesh is kind of separated and it looks like it's being dipped down. If you don't do this, then it won't look real. Then I go on with that Vivid Fire NYX eyeliner and I go under that white just to make it look like it's kind of, yeah, more 3D. Now I'm taking the red shade from my BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette and I add this more on the flesh area. I think I made it a little bit too pinkish looking with that white eyeliner, so I just add this all around the sides of the bones and creating shadow. And then I thought what I needed to do was add some of this as well on the wrist and coming away from that flesh. And then I take some Bennye Scab Blood. I got this from trademe.co.nz, and you want to make sure you use an old brush. I thought I'd just add a bit of Scab Blood around the edges from where my hand is separated, just to make it look a bit more gory and just to make it look a bit more bloody. Then what I do is I go in with the NYX White Liquid Liner and I go around the edges of the bones, and this will just add highlights. As you can see here, the more I add, the more realistic it looks, the more detailed it looks, and the more 3D it looks. So yeah. Then I'm just going in with my black NYX liquid liner and then I'm just darkening the edges, and then I end up going around all the bones with this as well. And like the white did, this will just add more dimension, make it stand out more, and this will just give it a little bit of a pop from the black gel liner that I put down. Then what I did is I added some red liquid liner along the edges. Now this is the part that made it look more realistic. I think I blended it in too much with the black. So I continued to add some black around the bones just to make it pop a bit more, and I just kept going back and forth from here, just adding highlights, blending, adding in a bit more shadows and shades. Then I go back in with the red eyeshadow and add a bit more shading from the flesh and a bit of blue shades to make it look like a bit of bruising, but I didn't add too much of that. And then I go back in with my red liquid liner and I put this on the underside of the flesh bit. I think I added a bit too much black shading, so when I added this it made it look more like it was a round flesh hand with the bones going in, as you can see here. So that made it look much more realistic. So I hope you guys liked this skeleton hand illusion. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me, and we are nearly on 45,000 subscribers, but 50,000 will be my next milestone, and that will be so amazing. Leave me any Halloween recommendations down below in the comments. I'd love to hear some ideas from you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.